Okay, so interaction time. I would like to kind of stimulate whatever community it is that is engaging in my content. Um, I want to get other people's voices and opinions and like questions, concerns, different stuff or whatever about shit about the world and uh, themselves and just like the way that things are in society and different stuff like that, like whatever the bullshit I'm always talking about. I want to get other people's opinions and stuff, even just about what people would like to hear my opinions on, or if there's like specific information that it seems like I have and people want more of that type of information. I've put a lot out in my videos, like a whole bunch of different I mean, it's because I have ADHD like a motherfucker, but I've put out a whole bunch of topics, within all of my different videos. And if any of those have like triggered anybody specifically, I've talked to a few people personally that have kind of, let me know what specifics of the stuff that I talk about really resonate with them. I would like more of that. It's really, really hard for me to stay in my inboxes communicating with people, just because I have so many people that I communicate with, and because I have so much going on in my regular life that I don't even have the time to get into my inboxes in the first place. So when I'm in there, I can only give genuine time and energy to a couple people at a time. And because of that, like I want to make sure that if I can help it, the stuff that I am putting out is still benefiting like all of the different people that are engaging with it. I don't want to always only talk to the same one person or always only engage with the same one topic. So I just want to get a better understanding of what it is that really is resonating with people and what people want to hear more of. So if that's something that y'all can do for me, that'd be wonderful. If you want to post comments on any of my videos, anything like that, just to let me know. Or if you want to post a comment, I can send you my email, or I can post my email and stuff if that's helpful to people. Just let me know like how you would want to communicate those types of things. I've had an idea for a while of doing live videos, either on Facebook or on Instagram, most likely on Instagram, where I'm talking to other people, whether it's like making calls to people, talking to different people, whether it be one specific person for an entire hour or two, or if it's multiple people throughout that time about a very specific topic. Of different forms of engagement I would like to start working with, but I'm trying to kind of do the footwork first to get that established so I can get right on it when I really start to do it. So I would like to just engage with people more. Like I said, it's hard for me to get in my DMs, but like if you post on my public shit, like that's much easier for me to see and engage with. I do most of my engagements all public. Like the personal engagements I tend to have are for my personal life and have nothing to do with like what it is that I put out to the public to begin with. So like when it comes to the stuff I'm putting out, I have no problem being extremely personal and intimate right on the public platform. So if there's different questions and stuff like that, that's what I engage with. But I know that not everybody is comfortable talking about different things so vulnerably. So I'd like to be able to give people that are interested in what it is that like I know or have to say or have experienced to be able to influence those things themselves. And those that actually have something to add to the conversation can, because I'm getting so tired. I started this, as like a self-therapy process, taking these videos and talking my shit out because I don't talk to other people about it. I don't have people I can trust with most of my shit. And a lot of it then just started to become like that, like it's like an online diary, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like posting my thoughts, like don't even care if people are watching it or not. It's not about the engagement that way. But as my whole, life has developed and as I'm developing my career goals, it has become something more intentionally uh, content related. You know what I mean? Like I do make a conscientious effort to kind of um, make sure that it is that whatever I'm projecting is receivable to the masses in some degree, right? And uh, I just want, I don't want it to be just me. You know what I mean? Like what that's turned into is like, here I am as this person that has all of this stuff that I'm just like putting out at people, where what my intent and goal and desire would be to, I mean, I still have this to do for myself, but socially I want to be able to I want this to be the conversation. I want conversations to be like this. I want people to be able to be so vulnerable and so intimate, and to be able to, you know, talk about all of these different things and all of these different topics that I bring up. Those are my interests. Like I would love to be able to have this not just be come onto Jam Fox's pages and see all the stuff that Jam Fox does. I'm an actual person. Like I want to be able to, I'm here to show people like any shit I do is shit you can do too. But don't do it like I do it. Don't do what I do. Do what you do. Do what you do. Just let it be an example that like there ain't any like boundaries in between you and yourself aside from yourself. You know, and that when it comes to like I've found that there's just certain types of people that really resonate with who I am and the way that I do things and the way that I communicate and different things that I have to offer. I've also found that there's all these different types of people that resonate with different aspects of who I am, but not really the wholeness of who I am. There's just different aspects that they resonate with very deeply and intimately. And that's great. I've had to learn how to kind of manage my personal relationships differently when I realized that, you know, most people aren't actually connecting with me on a deeply intimately personal level. It's that there's different aspects of what I have to offer that is beneficial to them, and they want to receive of those things, and they're able to offer me something in benefit in return. So, you know, I always considered those shallow relationships in a negative way, that like if you don't love me and all of me for everything that I am all of the time, you're not my friend. And I just don't care. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I can appreciate when people appreciate different things about me, and I can just appreciate the honesty when people don't. I don't need to be around people all the time. I don't need to have codependent relationships. I don't need people for shit, and I don't want people to need me for shit. You know, I want to be able to just offer each other our genuine best, our genuine, just genuine selves. Like whether it's our best or not, to be able to love each other regardless, and love each other in the way where like I don't want to be afraid to communicate who I actually truly am in a vulnerable fashion, as vulnerable as I choose to be, with literally anyone. I don't like the standards of like, you know, well, I'm supposed to have this role that I'm playing, so I have to appease that role by treating people differently. I don't want that. I want people, and I don't want people to see me as if I'm in any time I'm in any specific role, or as if I were in a specific role that somehow puts me on a pedestal above anybody else. If I have a quality, I have a skill at communication that not everybody has. Some people are way better at communication than I am. Some people are way more self-aware than I am. And I learn from those people, but I know that I have that skill that so many people don't. And I'm able to express verbally what a lot of people struggle to. That's what I bring to the table. That's other people are bringing what they have to bring to the table. It's not like it's in any way more significant or better. The fact that this is like and on social media and the way that like social networking and stuff all works, it does tend to be based on communications. So I have an advantage, but I'm not looking to gain from that advantage. I'm not looking to exploit that advantage. I'm not looking to gain from that advantage a privilege. You know, there can be benefits without having a privilege over anyone else. My intent is that I could take that quality and give it as a gift right directly back to the universe, because that's the entire reason. It's not for me to sit here and be like, oh, I'm so good at communicating, and then to not use that for the rest of the world. Like our gifts are given to us. Like any good quality that we have, any quality that we have that's worth anything is valuable at all because of the way that it can be used on a grander scale. You know what I mean? So like please don't devalue what it is that I have to offer by thinking that or treating what I have to say as some, you know, either means to an end or some like definitive anything. You know what I mean? Like, all my shit's just my opinion. All my shit's just my expression. All my shit's just my truth. It's the best that I can do, and I'm constantly changing. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly going through new things. What you have to offer me is no different. I need to be able to learn from my experiences as much as anyone. The way that you teach might be different. It might not be so methodical and so, I teach the way we're used to learning. That's not how everybody teaches. The way that I learn best is through people that teach in a different way, in more subtle or nuanced ways, or more overtly aggressive ways that are hard to receive. I tend to learn best through experience and through hard lessons, because I'm fucking dense. But not everybody is that way, and plenty of people can learn from me, who tends to be very soft about the way that I teach and very like thorough. Not everybody needs that. A lot of people are quite annoyed by that, but that's the benefit. That's the benefit of me being my own individual and you being your own individual. You have something different to offer and bring to the table that I could use. Like, don't hold back on me, and don't put me in a place where like I'm supposed to be the one offering this shit, as if you don't have something of equal value to offer. In reality, in your experience, constantly, it don't matter, always in your experience, if you are able to receive a thing, you're able to give a thing right back of equal value. It's up to you to kind of remove the distractions and the filters and the whatever bullshit would convince you that what you have to offer isn't of equal value, or that you don't have something of equal value to offer. It's about being resourceful even unto your own self, to be able to look at your character qualities and say, okay, well, I gave you this and that didn't really quite work, but you gave me this and that worked for me. So now I have to find something that works for you, and like, kind of like taking your self inventory as a resume, and picking apart your skills and experiences in such a way that you're able to find what you've learned that can apply to whatever this new different situation or relationship is. That's what we're all trying to do. So like, there's never a time that what you specifically have to offer is insignificant or any less valuable than what it is that you're able to receive from that same experience. There's never a time. You might think that being in a position of learning, or of being taught something rather, is it's the submissive position. So it's viewed as the lower position, but it's only lower so that it can receive what comes forth, the abundance of what comes forth. The thing that gives is actually the teacher. The thing that gives is actually sacrificing of itself that resource, and is technically on the negative end, because there's a void being created through that giving, but the void is immediately then filled with the reward of teaching, of giving, where the receiver has the immediate reward of receiving those things. So as long as everybody's in balance with what it is that they have to offer at any given time, sometimes we're the teacher, sometimes we're the student, sometimes we're the boxer, sometimes we're the bag, right? Like, when we can accept that, see that, accept that, and then work with that, it's about picking apart, like, okay, I can be on the fucking mat and I can have my head in a headlock and I can be putting 2 seconds away from being completely submitted. What can I do with that? Because if I consider myself to already be like, all right, this dude won, well, then there's no chance that I have to get up out of that, right? Even if it's inevitable that I'm not going to get out of it, what kind of waste is it just to be like, okay, well then fuck it, and then just receive it, instead of being like, well, what can I learn from this? You know, because at least then you're going out with still receiving something. You know, it's our choice to give and to receive. And are you giving a solid wall that deflects your capacity to receive? Because I think that's my tendency often, you know, and then I'll get embittered that I'm not receiving the things I want to receive from life, as if I'm not actively putting up boundaries against those things with my thought processes and my behaviors and my feelings and my actions, you know. So like my choices. That's what it all comes down to. So like all of this is just, I can't ever shut the fuck up, but all of this is just to uh, kind of show the type of engagement that I'm hoping to influence, that I'm hoping for. So much of this has just been me just like bullshitting, right? Like just getting shit out. But I'm aware that there is an influence there, and I would like to